Joining us live on the phone now, all the way from Texas. We are very proud to welcome Matt Swinton to the Notre Dame Day broadcast. Thank you for calling in. Matt, how are you today?
I'm well. Thanks for having me.
Now, Matt, let's go back 6 years. I know you were accepted to Stanford and Rice, both great schools, but why did you pick Notre Dame?
Well, Notre Dame was always my dream school. Even, I think before I knew what college really meant. But, as, I grew and matured and really learned what college meant and what moving away from home would mean, and we started to investigate schools a little bit more closely. First and foremost, Notre Dame the student body had this desire and calling inside them to help, which I think played out for my 4 years here. And not just the student body, but the administration and the faculty, I think, had that same willingness and understanding to help make my 4 years a success. And that stood alone when you looked at other schools.
Now, I know your parents ended up getting an apartment in Mishawaka so they could be a little closer to you, and your mom was here pretty often. Was that nice to have her so close?
Yeah. It was good. It was good to know that there was a backstop, there was a safety net. Like any 18 or 19-year-old, it didn't sound so appealing at first, but certainly over the years, I learned to appreciate that having family close and knowing that I had that safety net was a great thing.
Now, being on West Quad, I lived in McGlynn, and some of those rooms, the handicap accessible ones, are very nice. Now, you had some issues with the service your family hired to take care of you, but you seem to have no trouble getting the guys in O'Neill Hall to step up and help you out. Was that surprising at all?
I would yes and no, and I'll say yes in the sense that the amount of support I had was overwhelming in a good way. And no in the sense that, you step on Notre Dame's campus and you have any type of interaction with the student there, you get the sense that, and they have that overwhelming want to help out. So, I think I always knew that somebody would. I certainly didn't know that I would have the amount of support that I got.
And we're talking about around-the-clock care. I've actually seen that room before with the cot. To have your friends sleep over every night, was that just kind of comforting that they kind of became your brothers too?
Oh, certainly. And yeah, we're talking about kids who had a Notre Dame course load themselves and really stepped up to the plate. I can't imagine how they juggled all that, but they did, and I'm forever grateful and very blessed for it.
Now, what type of care are we talking about? I assume it's the type of thing that would really make you a lot closer to someone.
Sure. Yeah, no, we're talking about, in the mornings and nights, kind of that everyday, brush teeth, get ready in the morning and get ready at night. And then during the day there, helping get books, helping get a computer out, get notes out of my backpack, that sort of stuff. So we're talking about, the foundations of being able to be a successful student. Regardless of where you go, and without them, I certainly would not have been able to succeed at Notre Dame.
Now, that room had a lot of space in it. Did it cut down at all on your socializing? I know that it was pretty easy to have people over there.
Sure, yeah, no, it was very spacious, and that was one of the cool things that Notre Dame did was they put me on a quad, so that meaning normally four people where there was me and two others in my case. But it allowed me to have roommates. That was another thing that kind of stood apart from several other universities that I looked with was that, they were very big into putting me in a single. And having those roommates, I think, helped me assimilate a lot better into the college kind of community.
So from O'Neill Hall, now you're in Texas, but you're no stranger to Notre Dame. Do you still get to come back as much as you want to?
I always could get back more. But yeah, I was able to come up for the Blue Gold weekend just recently and plan to come up a couple more times to see some football games. But, it's a great opportunity to get up and reconnect with, all the friends who, the one thing at Notre Dame is everybody moves nationally and globally. So those are the great opportunities to really catch up with some lifelong friends.
All right, so looking back on your 4 years here at Notre Dame, what are you most thankful for?
You know, I'm just blessed for the people God put in my life during those 4 years. You know, I think that video pointed out several of them, and without them, the Notre Dame experience wouldn't have been what it was. And they really stepped up to the plate and helped me be able to succeed for those 4 years, and I'm forever indebted and forever grateful to them.
All right, Matt, well, thank you so much for sharing your inspiring story with us tonight.